10 Ways to Recognize God's Guidance in Your Life. Have you ever felt like the universe was trying to speak to you, but you couldn't quite understand its message? Perhaps you've experienced coincidences too perfect to be random, or subtle nudges that led you exactly where you needed to be. These moments, often overlooked, are signs of God's guidance in your life. If you felt such moments, share one in the comments below. We'd love to hear how divine guidance has appeared in your journey. Recognizing God's guidance requires both awareness and trust. It's easy to dismiss signs as coincidences, especially when life feels chaotic or unclear. Yet, the universe speaks to us constantly, guiding us toward our purpose and helping us align with the divine plan. These messages may not always appear in obvious ways, but when we learn to recognize them, we gain clarity, peace, and direction in our lives. Here, we'll explore how God communicates with us and the subtle yet powerful ways you can recognize divine guidance in your journey. One of the most common ways God's guidance appears is through intuition, a deep, unshakable knowing that defies logic. Intuition feels like a quiet voice within you, nudging you toward the right decision or warning you against a misstep. It might not come with a loud announcement or clear reasoning, but it carries a sense of certainty that cannot be ignored. You may feel it as a gut reaction, a sudden insight, or a strong pull toward a particular path. This inner knowing is not random. It is a direct connection to the divine, guiding you toward alignment with your higher purpose. God also sends signs through patterns and synchronicities, events or symbols that seem too perfectly aligned to be mere coincidences. You might see repeating numbers like 111 or 444, hear the same phrase in conversations, or encounter a symbol that holds special meaning for you. These signs often appear during times of uncertainty, serving as gentle reminders that you are on the right path. For example, seeing angel numbers frequently might signify that you are being guided and supported by the universe. Recognizing these patterns requires mindfulness and openness. The more you pay attention to these synchronicities, the clearer they become. Another way God's guidance appears is through unexpected opportunities and coincidences. Have you ever found yourself in the right place at the right time, meeting someone who changed your perspective or discovering an opportunity that felt tailor-made for you? These moments are not accidents, they are divine alignments. When you trust in the flow of life and remain open to new experiences, the universe orchestrates events that guide you toward your purpose. Often, what may seem like a detour or delay is actually a redirection, leading you to something greater than you had imagined. In addition to external signs, God's guidance often comes through challenges and obstacles. It might seem counterintuitive, but difficulties are one of the most powerful ways the divine communicates with us. When something doesn't work out as planned, it is often a sign that the path ahead is not aligned with your highest good. Challenges push you to reevaluate your choices, strengthen your faith, and grow into the person you are meant to be. Instead of seeing obstacles as roadblocks, view them as opportunities to realign and deepen your trust in the divine plan. God also communicates through people, mentors, friends, or even strangers who deliver messages when you need them most. Have you ever had a conversation that left you feeling seen, understood, or inspired? Sometimes, these encounters are divinely orchestrated to offer you guidance or encouragement. Pay attention to the wisdom others share with you, especially if it resonates deeply or answers a question you've been asking. These moments of connection are not random. They are part of the divine support system that surrounds you. Take a moment to reflect. Have you experienced any of these signs? Intuition, synchronicities, or unexpected opportunities? Which of these resonates most with your journey? Share your thoughts in the comments. and let us know how divine guidance has shown up in your life. Recognizing God's guidance requires both awareness and a willingness to trust. It's about seeing the world through a lens of faith, understanding that every moment, every challenge, and every connection holds meaning. By tuning into these signs and embracing them, you align yourself with the flow of the divine plan, allowing God to guide you toward your highest potential. Have you ever felt like someone was placed in your life at just the right moment? Maybe they shared wisdom, encouragement, or even a warning that shifted your perspective. These moments are not coincidences. They are examples of God working through others to guide you. If you've experienced this, share in the comments. Sometimes, reflecting on these divine encounters can help you see just how supported you truly are. Another profound way to recognize God's guidance is through dreams and visions. For centuries, dreams have been seen as a bridge between the divine and the human experience. When you are asleep, your mind is open, free from distractions and doubts, making it the perfect space for messages to come through. These dreams often feel more vivid than regular ones, carrying symbols, emotions, or scenarios that resonate deeply. You might wake up with a sense of clarity, or certain images may linger in your mind. If you've ever had a recurring dream, or one that provided comfort, insight, or direction, it could be God's way of guiding you. Writing down your dreams and reflecting on their meanings can help you decode the messages they carry. In addition to dreams, God often guides you through the inner peace test. This is one of the clearest ways to recognize whether a decision or path is aligned with the divine plan. When you are in tune with God's guidance, you'll often feel a deep sense of calm and certainty, even if the path ahead is unfamiliar or challenging. This inner peace is not the absence of fear or difficulty, but a quiet assurance that you are making the right choice. On the other hand, when a decision feels heavy, chaotic, or filled with doubt, it may be a sign that the path is not aligned with your purpose. Learning to discern between these feelings helps you navigate life with greater clarity and trust. Nature is another sacred space where God's guidance often reveals itself. Have you ever taken a walk outside and felt an overwhelming sense of peace or inspiration? The natural world is a reflection of divine creation, and spending time in nature can help you reconnect with the universe and yourself. Whether it's the beauty of a sunrise, the stillness of a forest, or the rhythm of ocean waves, nature has a way of quieting the mind and opening the heart. In these moments of stillness, you may find answers to questions you've been carrying, or a sense of clarity about the steps you need to take. Music, art, and creativity also serve as powerful channels for divine guidance. A song lyric, a line in a book, or a piece of art might resonate with you so deeply that it feels as though it was created just for you. These moments are not accidents, they are messages from God, delivered through human creativity. Pay attention to the words, images, or ideas that stir something within you. When something speaks to your soul, it is often a sign that the divine is reaching out to guide or encourage you. Have you ever heard a song or read a line that felt like an answer to your prayers? Share it in the comments. It's incredible how often these random encounters with art or music hold exactly the message we need. Sometimes, God's guidance comes in the form of delays or closed doors. While it may feel frustrating or disheartening when something doesn't work out as planned, these moments are often blessings in disguise. A missed opportunity may be protecting you from something that isn't aligned with your purpose, or redirecting you toward something better. Trusting these delays requires faith and patience, but in hindsight, you often see that the closed door was a necessary part of the journey. When you embrace this perspective, you can move through life with greater peace, knowing that everything is unfolding for your highest good. The signs of God's guidance are all around you. but recognizing them requires mindfulness and openness. It's easy to get caught up in the noise and distractions of everyday life, missing the subtle messages that the universe is sending your way. That's why it's so important to slow down, reflect, and tune into the present moment. When you approach life with an open heart and mind, you create space for divine guidance to flow into your life more freely. Take a moment to think about where you've noticed God's guidance recently. Was it through a dream, a conversation, or even an unexpected delay? Reflect on these moments and share them in the comments. They are beautiful reminders of the ways we are constantly guided and supported. Have you ever looked back on a challenging moment and realized that it was exactly what you needed to grow or move forward? Sometimes, what feels like struggle in the present becomes clarity in hindsight. Think about such moments in your life and share them in the comments. Your reflections could help someone see their own challenges in a new light. As we continue exploring the ways God's guidance shows up, it becomes clear that this guidance is not always loud or obvious. Sometimes, it comes as a quiet redirection or a gentle whisper. One of the most profound ways God guides us is through the people He places in our lives. These individuals may come as mentors, friends, or even strangers who cross our paths unexpectedly. Perhaps they offer advice, share their own story, or inspire you with their actions. The connection feels divinely orchestrated, as though they were sent to deliver a message or support you in a time of need. These encounters often feel serendipitous, but they are not accidental. They are part of God's plan to help you grow and align with your purpose. Similarly, God often guides us by placing us in situations that challenge us to stretch beyond our comfort zones. Growth does not happen in places of ease and familiarity. The universe will sometimes nudge you toward opportunities or experiences that feel uncomfortable at first, but are necessary for your evolution. For example, you may be asked to take on a new role, move to a new place, or step into a situation that demands courage. At first, you might resist or question whether you're ready. However, when you trust and step forward in faith, you'll find that you were being prepared for that very moment. Challenges are often disguised as opportunities for growth, and God's guidance is embedded within them. Another way to recognize divine guidance is through the quiet, unshakable sense of knowing that something is right for you. Have you ever made a decision that didn't make sense to others, but felt perfectly aligned in your heart? That inner certainty is God's voice reminding you to trust in yourself and in the plan He has for you. This deep knowing often comes with a sense of peace, even if the path ahead is uncertain. The more you honor these moments and trust yourself, the stronger this connection becomes. Acts of kindness and service also reveal God's guidance. When you feel called to help someone, share your time, or offer words of encouragement, that nudge is often divinely inspired. The universe works through you just as much as it works for you. By following these impulses to serve others, you not only fulfill part of your purpose, but also create ripples of light and healing in the world. In serving others, you often find clarity about your own mission and a deeper sense of connection to God's plan. One of the most overlooked but powerful ways to recognize God's guidance is through moments of stillness. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to miss the divine whispers that guide you. When you take time to pause, whether through meditation, prayer, or quiet reflection, you create space to hear God's voice more clearly. It is in the silence that answers often emerge, offering clarity and direction when you need it most. These moments of stillness are sacred. They remind you that you are never alone and that the universe is always speaking to you. Gratitude plays a significant role in this process. The more you express gratitude for the signs and guidance you've received, the more you strengthen your connection to the divine. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is present, helping you see the ways God is already working in your life. It opens your heart to receive even more blessings and guidance, creating a flow of abundance and alignment. Reflect for a moment. Have you ever felt a deep sense of peace after a quiet moment of prayer or reflection? How did it guide your next steps? Share your experience in the comments. Sometimes, it's the stillness that reveals the most profound answers. Recognizing God's guidance is not about achieving perfection or always making the right decisions. It's about developing a relationship with the divine, built on trust, faith, and openness. It's about understanding that every moment, whether joyful or challenging, is part of a greater plan designed to help you grow and align with your purpose. The more you pay attention to the signs, the more you realize that God's guidance is always present, sometimes in the extraordinary, but more often in the ordinary moments of life. As we come to the end of this exploration, take a moment to reflect on the ways God has been guiding you. Have you noticed the subtle nudges, the perfectly timed encounters, or the peace that comes with trusting your intuition? These are not random occurrences. They are reminders that you are loved, supported, and guided every step of the way. When you begin to recognize these signs and embrace them, you align yourself with the divine flow, allowing God's plan for your life to unfold with grace and purpose. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comments. Which of these ways of recognizing God's guidance speaks to you the most? Have you experienced any of them recently? Your reflections could inspire someone else to recognize the signs in their own life. The path of the chosen is not always easy, but it is always guided. Trust the process, pay attention to the signs, and know that you are exactly where you need to be. The universe is speaking to you. Listen with an open heart, and you will always find your way.